Hi everyone, it's Judy. Today is October 28th, 2010, and today is my 1 year band anniversary. Yes, it's been 1 year. Kind of hard to believe, but I do want to start off by saying my beginning weight was 242 pounds before the liquid diet. When I finished the liquid diet, I was down to 229, 13-pound loss, I believe. And today I weighed in and I am at 204. So that is a loss of 38 pounds in a year. Not exactly stellar, but I will take it. As everyone knows, I've always been very frustrated with my surgeon about the size of a fill that he gives. But now that I'm at 5 cc's, ironically, I'm no longer worried about the size of the fill. But I did, in my last video, I was very frustrated with him, and I was thinking about changing surgeons, but decided against it because if anything should happen to my lap band, I want to be able to go back to my original surgeon and not have any ill feelings because I went somewhere else to get fills. So I did stay with my surgeon. I went for another fill, my 7th fill, on October 11th. And previously to that, in July, I was 216, and then when I weighed in October 11th, I was 209, and that was almost 3 weeks ago, and I'm down to 204. So I am now at 5 cc's in my 10 cc band, and I am tasting restriction. Juju gets a little frustrated at times with me, but she lets me know who's the boss. Some of my off-scale victories that I do want to declare is now I am at, my medications are cut in half. And really that kind of happened early on in my journey after I was banded. I think maybe 3 or 4 months later, I went to see my cardiologist, and I was explaining to her that, since I had the surgery, I was getting lightheaded and dizzy and off balance, and so she cut the medications in half. And so far it's been good. I'm sure as I lose more weight, that eventually those symptoms will occur again, and I'll probably either get cut more or get taken off completely, which would be really nice. But that's one of my off-scale victories. Another one is I am no longer winded when I take a walk. I used to walk even short distances, and my heart would be beating almost out of my chest. But that no longer happens. So I'm happy about that. My back no longer hurts when I'm standing for short periods of time. Even long periods of time, it doesn't hurt anymore. I remember being in a setting where there were no more chairs available and you had to stand, and I would always try to find a wall that I could at least lean up against or hold on to, or wait for someone to get out of their chair so I could immediately take their chair. Because after standing for just a few moments, my lower back would really start to hurt. But since 1 year since surgery, the back doesn't hurt. I remember even washing dishes. I would have to lean over the sink because the back would hurt so much from standing that I would have to lean forward and put my elbows on the sink to help relieve the pressure off my back. My feet, my ankles, my knees no longer hurt. I was really surprised over the summer because in the Midwest, this was the hottest summer we could remember in a long time. Very high temperatures, high humidity, and my feet and ankles did not swell at all. There, I always dreaded the summer because sitting at my desk at the office, my feet and ankles would swell so much it was painful. And there was several times I had to ask my supervisor if I could leave an hour and a half early so that I can get home and put my feet up because my ankles and feet hurt so bad. But now, this past summer, not once did they swell, and it was amazing not to be able, or not to be in that pain. So that was good. I find it easier to step out of the shower. I can lift my leg up higher and don't need to grab onto a wall for balance to step out of the shower. I can towel dry my feet now because I'm able to bend over and reach my feet, so that's good. Also, I've noticed I have a lazy boy, but I call it a lazy girl chair. And prior to surgery, with my lazy girl kicked up, if I wanted to cross my feet at the ankles, I would literally have to pick up my leg and help put my leg over. And now I no longer need to do that. So those were some of my off-scale victories. So there are many that there's just no time to explain all of them, but those were major victories for me. Also, speaking of my surgeon and my weight loss, it's true that I didn't really agree with the amount of fills that he would give me, but I did agree with everything else that he does. And one of those things is I don't feel like I'm on a diet. He doesn't expect me or request of me to journal my food, to weigh my food, portion my food, count calories, all those things that you normally do on a diet. He doesn't do that, and I'm grateful for that because I don't want to be on a diet anymore. That's why I chose the lap band. So I was very happy that he doesn't require that, because normally when you see a normal sized person who has a normal BMI, you don't see them sitting at the table, documenting their food, portioning it out, writing down how many calories. They just eat what they need, and of course it's healthy food. They just eat the amount that makes them feel satisfied, and they're done. And that's what I wanted, and that's what I've gotten. I agree that early on, not enough restriction, and that's how I can tell when I need another fill, because I can sit there and put my food on the plate, and if I'm only able to eat half of it, that's fine, I'm good. But I notice if I can eat more than half of it or all of it, and if I can do that within like a week straight, then I know it's time for a fill, and then that's when I make my appointment. This past fill was my 7th fill, and like I said, I'm now at 5 cc's, so I am tasting restriction. Juju gets a little finicky now, so I now know that feeling of tightness. Normally, I don't eat breakfast. That's another thing my surgeon kind of agrees with. He doesn't believe in the 3 small meals a day. He says if you're not hungry in the morning, don't eat. And normally, when I was at 4.5 cc's, I was not hungry until 1 o'clock in the afternoon, which is my lunchtime at work. So from eating the prior night, I'm usually done by 7 in the evening. So from 7 in the evening through 1 o'clock the next day, I'm not hungry. And that's when I tell when I need another fill, is if I start getting hungry at around 10:30, 11. So with being at 5 cc's, I notice it's still not happening where I'm satisfied till 1 o'clock. I'm getting hungry again at 10:30, 11 o'clock. But I'm realizing it's not because I might need another fill, it's because now I'm eating smaller portions. And so what I usually do is, if I have a snack, it's Greek yogurt, and I usually sprinkle in maybe a 1/4 cup to a 1/2 cup of Kashi Goleen cereal. I always find that helps. So I'll have a Greek yogurt at around 11, maybe 10:30 in the morning, and that'll hold me until 1 o'clock in the afternoon, in which I eat maybe a Lean Cuisine or a Healthy Choice or Smart Ones, whatever that is. And then I find at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock I'm starting to feel a little hunger. So I have another Greek yogurt, which will satisfy me until I get home for dinner, and then I'm good. And then from 7 in the evening till maybe 11 o'clock the next day, I'm good. So I'm gonna have to cut this because it's getting kind of long, and I'll make another video. See you soon.